what we will get from your work. And you'll say, oh, we'll get this, this, and that. In this case, I want to move to more like measurable results. So you will know what you are working on, and I will expect what the team will get, will receive from your work. So, so generally speaking, if you don't write anything, it means that you don't propose any work. It means that you will not get approved. It means that you're not working next week. Like normally, you can basically write in, like, for instance, you cannot attend the meeting. It's okay. So you can get pre-approval. So you can write in advance of the event. So we can still like read it or discuss it, and or I will present what you are going to do. So it could be some pre-approval, but again, I want to move to this new model. You propose what you're working, got approval, work, got paid, right?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. Are you recording, Kevin, now?
Yes, I've started recording.
Okay, cool. That's good. So what's, since you started, I didn't know that we already officially started. So Kevin, kind of, you are the moderator, right? You're the man.
Okay, well, welcome to today's meeting. Yeah, it's week 20, the 22nd of the third month of 2023. Yes, I'm Kevin, like you all know. Yes, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, so maybe you can start with Sonia. Tell us something that you've been working on this week.
Okay, I can start. This week, I've been dealing with groups on CNM Social. So now we have 3 groups. CNM Cyber Users, CNM Cyber Event Organizer, and Welcome to CNM Cyber. CNM Cyber Event Organizers, it's group with recommendation for event organizers and for coordinators maybe. Welcome to CNM Cyber, e-groups for new members with different useful information. And about CNM Cyber users, honestly, I didn't fully understand it last time. Is this group for just for CNM Cyber This Week series for these events, or no?
No,
No.
no, it's supposed to be a group for everyone who uses CNM Cyber.
Mm-hmm.
But this week's series is it's kind of the main event for the users at all, generally. It's no any other event better representing what the news of CNM Cyber is and how it works. So that is why I decided to combine, because otherwise what CNM Cyber users will do, right? So the news for them is technically this week's series, mostly, overwhelmingly. It's kind of the bigger thing for CNM Cyber is this week events, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I created.
But it is kind of how I envision. I
Mm-hmm.
may not be correct. Check me out. Check me out.
Okay. I created wiki pages for these groups and for CNM Cyber users. Now I wrote just about this week series, but I will add more information. I work with Natalia. We struggled with the video of our WordPress guided tour because we couldn't record Natalia's screen. But now everything is okay, and I'm just waiting for Gary's editing access, yeah, for YouTube channel.
Mm.
I don't know. I also struggled with my laptop because it didn't want to work. But I hope I won't have any problems today, and our next meeting will be good.
What RAM do you have? It's like this random access memory.
Can you repeat?
Like RAM? Do you know RAM? No. Random access memory. What the RAM is? It's not, normally, if your laptop, I will ask, like I will say in this way: if you buy a laptop, new laptop, and it costs less than $300, its kind of capacity is limited. Kind of, maybe it's what I'm trying to say.
My laptop quite cheap, so
here we go.
And I think I'm finished.
I didn't reply. I got kind of questions from you. I got email. I didn't reply because honestly, I forgot. I wanted to reply, and then like many different things, and I didn't reply. But generally, I got this concern about the mic. The kind of Sonia and Natalia, they tried to use virtual machine VM. Instead of laptop, but some limitations are a mic and the screen, right? Because, or a camera, because you cannot plug a mic and a camera to a virtual machine somewhere in Germany when you are in Ukraine. So yeah, there are some like things which needs to be discussed. But this is a good topic for contractors to hire someone to help us to understand what the best way kind of to. I tried to summarize on the page, which is their CNM practice job page, which I'm working. The last piece I tried to summarize kind of the struggles. So we may move. I don't know how it works, but we may move, let's say, this week's series, for instance, to like a streaming mode, to another piece instead of Jitsi, to use something which Kevin called CNM Tube. It was called like somehow differently before Kevin. So instead, kind of using just like a normal stream. Because we basically, let's say, it is a good format which we're using right now with Jitsi, but if more people will be joining, we don't really want them to kind of to interrupt, ask questions, and so on and so forth. So maybe it makes sense to move to a streaming mode, but I'm trying to understand what will work and how to organize it better for all the sides. Again, right now we're just exploring it, and maybe it makes sense to invite some experts who know, like experts in streaming and like organizing, maybe Jitsi, how to make Jitsi work more stably, and how to make recording more stably, and so on and so forth. That is why when the VM may be included, virtual machine, VM virtual machine, at least like, let's say, you can participate from your laptop as a participant, and as a, let's say, recorder, you can use a virtual machine. Maybe kind of both. because technically virtual machine doesn't, what is good that doesn't take your memory at all, almost at all. Like with a virtual machine, you just press the key on your laptop and the signal goes to Germany. And in Germany it's processed and it's get back. So you don't use your like memory or operating memory to kind of to calculate, to compute, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
You use kind of your laptop technically as their how to say, a portal between you and the virtual machine. Okay, that's good. That's good. So what do you plan, Sonia?
I think we will choose a new topic for a guided tour, and we will prepare to this meeting with Natalia.
So kind of this the guided tour series is what you're working on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you plan at the end of the week, kind of next week when we are meeting next week on March 29th? What do you expect to tell us?
Tell about our preparing to guided tours, and I don't know now.
Okay, it's my kind of unusual question,
Yeah.
which I will be asking more and more. Okay, got it. So I'm moved because it's Kevin. Sorry, I kind of jumped because Sonia asked like questions me directly, so I wanted to respond.
All right. Okay. So Sonia, anything more to add, or are you done?
No, I'm done. Thanks.
By the way, while listening to you, I took a look at their at social CNM social. I see many kind of groups which are in Russian. We kind of need either to separate, to leave those who are like which are in Russian, like Bratskaya Shkola. We move them. We need to leave them on the Russian side, and to keep here only English, because right now we cannot, like, it will be too much for people to see kind of other languages. I want basically here just English, nothing else.
On CNM Social, I see just 3 groups.
Because because you didn't show. I see, for instance, what I see. I see разработчики инфраструктуры, разработка учебки, отказоустойчивость кластера, добро пожаловать в сообщество. 4 spaces in, 5, братская школа. 5 spaces in Russian, 2 spaces event organizers and CNM Cyber users in English, and 1 in Ukrainian, coordinator, which most likely Vitaly created. If like also users, it's kind of a normal link, and if kind of someone from, how we say, like, of the world with no any registration, yeah, kind of right now the CNM Cyber users, it's not a kind of a public group. Someone without like signing in cannot see it, but it must be like open group. Because technically it should serve the role like for our kind of a website for now. To write the comment, yeah, people need to sign up, but to view what meetings we are going to do or whatever, it shouldn't be closed. It's what I perceive.
Okay. I'll do it public groups.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, thank you, Sonia. I realized that Rita just joined us. Welcome.
I'm Javi, and I got Botox Cosmetic.
Yeah.
Rita, can you hear me?
They disappeared.
Okay, maybe she'll join again later on. So
Hopefully, pray for him.
Yeah. So what I've been working on this week, we've had discussions with Natalia about the challenges that we've been facing on Wiki. We have social and CNM Sat. So on Wiki, Rita and Onesmus were enabled to create accounts and log in. I shared this with Natalia, and she confirmed that currently there are a few issues with CNM Wiki that she's working on at the moment. But as for CNM Sat and CNM Social, they can create an account on offlet.net and they'll be able to log in with these credentials to CNM Social and CNM Sat. So there's no issues at the moment. But we are also yet to test that with Rita, so Rita, you can confirm that. I've also been working on CNM event organizers page. We've had a few discussions with Gary before this meeting started, and we are also still going to have a meeting on this to see how this page should be structured and how it should be created and what should be the contents of this page. Yeah, so that is my expectation for the rest of the week.
I didn't get. So, like, if you have an account on Applet, you said you created an account and you cannot plug in the wiki.
Yeah, that was the issue.
I sure. Wow.
Yeah.
That's completely new.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now at the Applet.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So Natalia is working on this at the moment, and
I don't see anyone register. Wait a second. Aliar. I don't see neither. I don't see any new users on Applet, which will remind anything. Yeah, I see like it was someone in Kharkiv. And then one bot, another bot, then Anastasia. Gmail.com, wow. But she logged in, and then more bots. I guess it's like the bot. Yeah, it looks like a bot. No, I don't see any new account on Applet.
Okay.
Because if you got to the Applet, you just it's impossible that you will not be able to do on the wiki. It doesn't make any sense. Because if I'm logging in, so everyone in Applet should be logging in. Maybe she registered directly on social, could be, I don't know. But what you said, it was not like fully described the picture. We'll talk to her. We'll ask her. But like,
the issue
yeah.
is when I shared this with her, she confirmed that there's some issues with wiki.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's looking into that at the moment. But I also believe that Rita did not create an account on Applet, so as to be able to.
No, it's not Rita's account on Applet.
Okay, so I think we'll also try that and see how it goes. Yeah. Okay, that's it for me.
But what is, let's say, this week? So you will work with Natalia to resolve this issue, right?
Yeah.
So this issue will be resolved, but before it's resolved, like, what did, like, beside this, did you do anything, or what you expect in a week from now, like next week? What you will be reporting about?
I'll be reporting about.
What will you be reporting about?
I expect to be reporting about the event organizers page. Like we discussed earlier, I'm setting up a meeting for maybe tomorrow.
How do you plan to work on this page?
I'll set up a meeting with you tomorrow, and we'll discuss it in more details.
Okay.
Yes.
But basically, we have right now. I almost finished. I'm like 1 hour from finishing. Practice job, wiki page, CNM practice job, and coordinator page almost ready. I just moving right now. It used to be like CNMCyber events. Coordinators were supposed to organize it. Right now, since we are creating a new position, event organizers. So I want to move CNMCyber events to event organizers instead of coordinators. So I'm working on that change. And then, so you can technically take either coordinator page as the prototype, or I try to create a prototype on website developer page and use the same pattern to create the page. And if you, yeah, it will be nice if we have, like, in a week, if we have a event organizer page. So Rita and Anesmas will be able to move there or try. But I will ask Rita directly whether she tried, like, coordinator, to be a coordinator, what she understood or understands or will understand or whatever.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think that's it from me. Let's have Rita.
Hi everyone, how are you?
I'm fine, Rita. Fine, Rita.
Sorry for logging in a bit late and I logged out accidentally. What I worked on this last week is the scripts for the YouTube channel. I managed to send an email to Kevin for the meetings we had on 3rd and 9th. and I am currently working on the one for last week. That is, I think, 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. I'm also still work in progress, prepping for the welcome webinar for CNM Cyber.
What is that again?
No, like I'm prepping. I'm trying to read through to see what kind of notes I can present to someone who is completely new. Yeah, to put the host so that they understand it in, like, at least have an understanding of it in one go.
So what do you envision this like welcome seminar webinar? It used to be called webinar. Right now, I decided to call it just CNM Cyber Welcome because it will no longer be a webinar. It can be just video. Probably seminar will be a better word, but it can be video too. What it's supposed to get accomplished? What people who join this CNM Welcome are going to get in your view?
Okay, my target audience.
Yeah, so like what your target audience is going to get after they attended this like welcome webinar?
That will be, first of all, those who want to work, rather improve on their.
So what those who want to work, what they're supposed to get out of this welcome session, webinar, seminar, event, meeting, whatever we will call it?
Like an in-depth of, let's say, of what they are currently doing at their job. Like if, let's say, you have someone who is in customer service and they don't know what they want to do, they don't know what to do in customer service, and maybe during the seminar we talk about it, they can look up the courses so that they bridge that gap to know what they are going to do, like um, to understand more about what they're supposed to do in customer service. Just that.
You're far away. You're far away, Rita. You're far away. Or at least I can understand him. No, like customer service, I like, no. It's like welcome. It's our welcome seminar. It's kind of for someone who wants to participate in this program, right? It's not about anything like beyond. For the customer service, it should be a separate event.
Okay.
No, kind of this welcome event, welcome CNMCyber welcome. It should have kind of pretty straightforward like model. Have you been to the wiki page?
Yes, I have.
So I'm opening right now. Maybe it's not clear there because the last I haven't checked this page for a while. The last person who worked on that was Marian. Purposes. Mhm. Yeah, so it says like in purposes. So we are basically, we do like a very, very brief statement what we offer, right? Then we need to listen to questions. So for those who will attend this webinar, seminar, It will be a chance to ask questions if they have them, right? And got answers preferably in real time. Could be later, but anyway, to get their questions answered. And the next piece, which is right now missing, but I put it on their practice job page, but I will try to mention it here. It is what we talked to Kevin. It should be some practical help to get people to register, to get people to get started. So it could be, okay, this is what we offer. Like, it is what you should be afraid of or not afraid of, and help you to get started. Help people who are interested in our opportunities to learn more and to get started. It's not about, let's say, anything like farther. So let's say, if I understood you correctly, maybe I'm wrong, but what I heard from your words, you're saying, oh, someone is interested in customer service and we will tell them what the customer service is. No, it's completely another set of. Here at CNM Cyber, we offer 4 practice jobs: event organizer, website developer, cloud operator, cyber coordinator. We don't offer anything else. And our 3rd course will prepare people to work on that jobs. Our 2nd course will overview of like job market. And our 1st course is about our program. Like customer support, it will be somewhere in the 2nd course, but not in the welcome session. It's kind of how I view. But it is good that you have a script, and hopefully, Kevin, you published it on the page. I think it's a good idea to have script on our weekend, so it will be kind of searchable too. Okay, what else? So let's say, Rita, when we talk like in a week from now, like what we will get from you. You feel like you will finish welcome webinar, or what are you going to accomplish?
Yeah, I feel I would have accomplished it by then. I'll engage Kevin to guide me not to stray far away from the original focus of the program.
Okay, I will ask you kind of a tricky question. So right now you are reading. Have you seen this like coordinator page or no?
The codes page, yes.
Yes. Okay. So right now, Kevin, assumably, works as a coordinator. Can you evaluate how well he does so? From like, can you grade Kevin's work on that as a coordinator? Not as event organizer, not as a good guy, not as, but as a coordinator. What do you feel he, according to his report, he accomplished as a coordinator last week? What did he do as a coordinator?
He doesn't fear to ask questions.
He doesn't. questions in written. She mailed me. Usually I try to respond immediately. Like yesterday was not like a normal day and I didn't respond yet, but at least like she accumulates questions. She asks these questions. And I feel at least like with Sonia, we are moving forward, right? The only problem for now is that we are communicating in Russian. So that is why we don't post it on the wiki. But as a prototype, our work is pretty kind of, I would say it's what I will like. I want like from you, Kevin, I'm clearly looking for a good event organizer page. So Anasmas or Rita can move to try to organize events according to this page. Because right now we don't have any good like practice jobs to start with. Coordinator job is a little more complicated. It's not, it's kind of, it's difficult to jump directly into it. So event organizer, then also it's not easy, but at least like it is easier than cyber coordinator. I also plan you to evaluate what Sonia wrote, because it's like, for me, it's clearly you are not testing what she did, because you don't use, she most likely, it's she was supposed software you needed to use for recording. And you don't use this software. Since we talked to you about that, use something better. But at the same time, you are not correcting Sonia, and you are not correcting this standard operating procedure. And in some time, I believe I want to hire someone else to do like standard events. And if you don't do your job and you don't correct, I mean, kind of with this particular event organizing, so we cannot pass it to someone else like Rita, or hire contractors for this. So you are not, you are doing the actual kind of organizing, event organizing, but you are not working as their coordinator to polish it so we can move it to coordinators. Does it make sense or not?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Basically, what I kind of want, I want every week when I kind of, let's say, I want to exchange money, which goes as your like wages, salaries, whatever you call it, to some like increments, some incremental developments on the wiki, in the videos, like records, wiki and documents and meetings. It is, and meetings has records too. So I want like every week to have something better, 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 better. We're not in operations just to do stuff. We are developing this like this documents, records, and so on and so forth. From Rita, if she doesn't ask questions, if she doesn't have any questions, if she kind of made the script and didn't have any questions, I kind of, I don't know, like it can be, the upcoming week can be the last one. I need questions. We need questions. We need to move. We need our program to be kind of better and better and better, not just like to do something. So it's time to start asking questions. And she's here for like for the third week right now, right? So it's a good time to start asking questions. And with Sonia, of course, I hope to kind of to raise our guided tour program, because I want right now, like we move this like events as our key target. Events is a good, perfect thing to show what we do, what we are going to do, what we plan to do. And the more events we have, the faster we publish them, the faster we create scripts and publish them, the more chances those who are going to kind of join us. So the more chances they will have kind of to get started. By the way, like I see like Sony and me, we use video, and Kevin, you don't use, and Rita never plugged in. Kind of, may I ask why? It's about like bandwidth, or why is that?
Yeah, it has been raining over here for the few weeks, so the network is not very stable. So I'm trying to reduce the
Oh,
bandwidth so that it can capture the recording more clear. Yeah.
got it. Okay, what else? Like I'm looking also for the feedback for this page which I created, which is there. I will put in the chat. CNM practice job.
Mhm.
I will finish like within one hour, I hope.
Okay.
You can create. You can put like in the search, or I will not publish the whole link. Link is pretty long, so I would like your feedback on that.
Okay. On the discussion page.
Okay. Uh, it can be on discussion page or email, or discussion page probably is kind of even better.
Okay.
Yeah, discussion page is a good idea. Good idea. It's a good idea. Okay,
Yeah.
we are online like for a while. Me and Kevin, we started 1 hour 10 minutes ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other joined like a little bit later.
Yeah. I think.
Anything else or no? Or any questions, comments, concerns, proposals, requests, complaints, suggestions, recommendations?
I have a question. Did you read my email? Yeah.
I looked through, but I didn't read carefully.
Uh, I want to ask you about time of next
Yeah.
meeting.
Time is good. Yeah, time is good.
Natalia wanted to reschedule our meeting an hour ahead. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we will meet in 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Cool. 9 minutes. Cool. That's good. Yes, kind of it was the first. Yes, we rescheduled that. You're right. We don't have anyone yet. By the way, maybe Kevin knows. So right now we do this like new events, like it's technology events.
Mhm.
So like Sony is asking questions normally like a newbie. I like reply on my part, which I know, but mostly Natalia shows like what she's doing,
Mhm.
or what our kind of software look like.
Yeah.
She shares her screen and shows like from different side. It's kind of a good format. The problem is that like we are speaking in Russian. Do you know any, like Sonia found like some software,
Mhm.
but it's pretty expensive. They charge like $1 per minute. So it will be probably like quite expensive. Do you know any software or any way to translate to English
Mhm.
and to, let's say, to put on the top? Um, I know how to do like a script,
Mhm.
like a kind of, and put like a subtitles, But it is not as kind of as good as it will be like direct translation, like English translation. Do you know any? Do you have any idea how to do it or no?
Unless I do some research, I'm sure I can come up with something.
Okay.
Transcripted.
Yeah, don't make kind of don't make a research yet. I ask like whether you know like from your head. Okay. What else?
Can this meeting
Nothing
be
else?
done like both in English and Russian, so that we can?
I plan. Yes, we can do this. So let's say eventually I plan to this like cyber guided tours series. We can not necessarily hire just like Natalia. We can bring more people. Natalia speaks English too, but her English is kind of a little bit limited because of like the practice. Sonia's English also limited because of the practice, but we are hoping to overcome this this problem with more meetings, more practice, right? So in the best case scenario, it will be kind of English and Russian. Like we can just hire an interpreter, so to have this like simultaneous or consecutive translation. But yeah, we will work it out. Anyway, thanks so much, and I definitely don't want to move more than 1 hour. We probably need to make it kind of faster, but anyway, it was a good meeting.